Hey there, welcome to Site Boosters. If you're into tech tips that make life easier, fascinating facts you've never heard before, and the latest updates in cloud computing, AI, and all things tech, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss a future upload. Let's dive right into the video.
Let's begin with cloud storage, which is a service that offers developers and IT organizations durable and highly available object storage. But what is object storage? Object storage is a computer data storage architecture that manages data as objects and not as a file and folder hierarchy, which is file storage, or as chunks of a disk, which is block storage. These objects are stored in a packaged format which contains the binary form of the actual data itself, as well as relevant associated metadata, such as date created, author, resource type and permissions, and a globally unique identifier. These unique keys are in the form of URLs, which means object storage interacts well with web technologies. Data commonly stored as objects include video, pictures, and audio recordings. Cloud storage is Google's object storage product. It allows customers to store any amount of data and to retrieve it as often as needed. It's a fully managed, scalable service that has a wide variety of uses. A few examples include serving website content, storing data for archival and disaster recovery, and distributing large data objects to end users via direct download. Cloud storage's primary use is whenever binary large object storage, also known as blob, is needed for online content such as videos and photos, for backup and archive data, and for storage of intermediate results in processing workflows. Cloud storage files are organized into buckets. A bucket needs a globally unique identifier and a specific geographic location for where it should be stored. And an ideal location for a bucket is where latency is minimized. For example, if most of your users are in Europe, you probably want to pick a European location, so either a specific Google Cloud region in Europe or else the EU multi-region. The storage objects offered by cloud storage are immutable, which means that you do not edit them, but instead a new version is created with every change made. Administrators have the option to either allow each new version to completely overwrite the older one, or to keep track of each change made in a particular object by enabling versioning within a bucket. If you choose to use versioning, cloud storage will keep a detailed history of modifications, that is, overwrites or deletes, of all the objects contained in that bucket. If you don't turn on object versioning, by default, new versions will always overwrite older versions. With object versioning enabled, you can list the archived versions of an object, restore an object to an older state, or permanently delete a version of an object as needed. In many cases, personally identifiable information may be contained in data objects, so controlling access to stored data is essential to ensuring security and privacy are maintained. Using IAM roles and, where needed, access control lists, organizations can conform to security best practices, which require each user to have access and permissions to only the resources they need to do their jobs, and no more than that. There are a couple of options to control user access to objects and buckets. For most purposes, IAM is sufficient. Roles are inherited from project to bucket to object. If you need finer control, you can create access control lists. Each access control list consists of two pieces of information. The first is a scope, which defines who can access and perform an action. This can be a specific user or group of users. The second is a permission, which defines what actions can be performed, like read or write. Because storing and retrieving large amounts of object data can quickly become expensive, cloud storage also offers Lifecycle Management Policies. For example, you could tell cloud storage to delete objects older than 365 days, or to delete objects created before January 1st, 2013, or to keep only the 3 most recent versions of each object in a bucket that has versioning enabled. Having this control ensures that you're not paying for more than what you actually need.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.